Hanzee Dent is a fictional character in the FX series Fargo, primarily appearing in Season 2, set in 1979, and briefly in Season 1, set in 2006. Portrayed by Zahn McClarnon as Hanzee and Mark Atchison as Moses Tripoli. A Native American tracker and hitman, Hanzee's story is a complex arc of loyalty, betrayal, and transformation, marked by his experiences with racism, war, and a quest for power. Below is a detailed summary of his story drawn from the provided references and the show's narrative while critically examining the character's development and the controversial twist tying him to season 1. Early life and background. Hanzee Dent, a Native American of likely Lakota or Dakota descent, his name means shaded or to cast a shadow in Lakota, was adopted at age 8 by Otto Gerhardt, patriarch of the Gerhardt crime family in Fargo, North Dakota. Little is known about his early life, but a flashback shows a young Hanzee at a school for Native American children unimpressed by a magician's trick, hinting at his sharp, observant nature and emotional detachment even as a child. Hanzee served 3 tours in the Vietnam War as a tunnel rat, a grueling role that involved navigating Viet Cong tunnels to kill enemies, earning him a Bronze Star and a Purple Heart. These experiences left him with PTSD and a hardened demeanor, contributing to his stoic, lethal persona. Despite being raised by the Gerhardts, he faced racism and was treated as an outsider, often relegated to tasks like drinking from a hose outside rather than being fully integrated into the family. Role in Season 2, 1979. In Fargo Season 2, Hanzee is introduced as the loyal enforcer and tracker for the Gerhardt crime family, particularly serving as the right-hand man to Dodd Gerhardt, the eldest son. His reserved nature and minimal dialogue contrast with his brutal efficiency, making him a formidable presence akin to a stoic killing machine compared to Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. Key events: search for Rye Gerhardt. The season's central conflict begins when Rye Gerhardt, Dodd's younger brother, botches a scheme to intimidate a judge, resulting in a triple murder at a diner. Rye is then accidentally killed by Peggy and Ed Blomquist after Peggy hits him with her car and Ed finishes him off in self-defense. Dodd tasks Hanzee with finding Rye before the rival Kansas City Mafia does. Hanzee's investigation leads him to the Blomquists' home, where he finds Rye's belt buckle in their fireplace, confirming Rye's death. Manipulation and violence. To escalate the conflict with Kansas City, Hanzee and Dodd fabricate a story that Ed Blomquist is a hitman called the Butcher hired by Kansas City to kill Rye. This ruse provokes Floyd Gerhardt, the family matriarch, to retaliate. Hanzee ambushes Kansas City operatives, killing Joe Bulow and a kitchen brother, and sends Bulow's head to Mike Milligan as a message. His actions fuel the escalating turf war. Betrayal of the Gerhardts. Hanzee's loyalty to the Gerhardts unravels as the season progresses, driven by years of racist treatment and his exhaustion with the criminal life. After Dodd's daughter Simone tips him off about Rye's whereabouts, Hanzee and Dodd interrogate and kill Skip Sprang, a business associate, by burying him alive in hot asphalt. Later, Hanzee's growing disillusionment peaks when he kills Dodd by shooting him in the head at the Blomquists' cabin, where he also holds Peggy and Ed at gunpoint. He then orchestrates a police ambush that wipes out most of the Gerhardt family during a shootout in Sioux Falls, effectively betraying them. His stated reason, "I'm tired of this life," suggests a desire for escape, but his actions are also driven by revenge against the Gerhardts' mistreatment, pursuit of the Blomquists. After betraying the Gerhardts, Hanzee pursues Peggy and Ed, motivated by a personal vendetta. He believes they exploited his vulnerability when he asked Peggy for a haircut, a moment of emotional exposure. He kills several people in this pursuit, including a bartender, 2 South Dakota state troopers, and Constance Heck, whom he strangles after failing to extract information about Peggy's whereabouts. His rampage ends ambiguously during a shootout where he vanishes. Character traits and motivations. Hanzee is a complex figure defined by his reclusiveness, intelligence, and suppressed rage. His stoicism masks deep trauma from the Vietnam War and the systemic racism he faces, both from society and the Gerhardts. For example, in a bar scene, a bartender spits in his water and mocks him with references to Wounded Knee, prompting Hanzee to assert his identity and military service, 3 tours in Vietnam. Purple Heart and a Bronze Star. His betrayal of the Gerhardts is less a moral shift than a calculated act of vengeance, fueled by years of being otherized. His pursuit of respect and power drives his actions, aligning with themes of ambition and retribution akin to Breaking Bad's Walter White. Season 1 Connection and Controversy 2006. In the Season 2 finale, Palindrome, a major twist reveals that Hanzee undergoes extensive plastic surgery and assumes the identity of Moses Tripoli, the Fargo crime syndicate boss seen in Season 1. As Tripoli, he takes two boys, later implied to be Mr. Wrench and Mr. Numbers, under his wing, setting the stage for his criminal empire. In Season 1, Tripoli orders the death of Sam Hess killer Lorne Malvo, but Malvo survives and storms Tripoli's headquarters, killing him and 22 others. Critical reception and debate. The twist connecting Hanzee to Moses Tripoli has been divisive. Critics and fans praise Hanzee's compelling arc in Season 2, with Zahn McClarnon's performance earning comparisons to Season 1's Lorne Malvo for its intensity and depth. However, the transformation into Tripoli is criticized as implausible and poorly executed. Key points of contention include physical and personality differences. Hanzee is lean, sharp, and reserved, while Tripoli is heavier, gluttonous, and less calculating. The drastic change over 27 years, even with plastic surgery, stretches believability, especially since Hanzee's intelligence and discipline seem at odds with Tripoli's careless leadership. Thematic disconnect. Hanzee's arc in Season 2 centers on rejecting a life of discrimination and crime. Yet as Tripoli, he employs racists like Sam Hess, contradicting his earlier motivations. Some argue this reflects the irony of becoming what he despised, but others see it as a forced attempt to connect Seasons 1 and 2. Narrative laziness. Fans on platforms like Reddit argue the twist lacks build-up, feeling like a botched attempt to connect seasons rather than a natural evolution of Hanzee's story. The reveal is seen as jarring, with insufficient character development to justify Hanzee's transformation into Tripoli. Despite criticism, the twist aligns with Fargo's themes of cyclical violence and history repeating itself. As seen in the Season 2 finale's title, Palindrome, Hanzee's rise to power mirrors the futility of ambition, as his empire ultimately falls to Malvo, just as he toppled the Gerhardts. Cultural and thematic significance. Hanzee's story resonates deeply from a Native American perspective, as highlighted by a Reddit user of Native descent. His character subverts stereotypes, portraying a dynamic, empowered Native figure who navigates a world of systemic racism. His actions, while violent, reflect the frustration of being marginalized, making him a tragic antihero. The bar scene, where he confronts bigotry, and his assertion of tribal identity, "I'm not from there," underscore the diversity of Native cultures. Often misunderstood by outsiders, Hanzee's arc also ties into Fargo's literary influences, particularly Albert Camus' The Myth of Sisyphus, which explores the absurdity of striving for meaning in a chaotic world. Hanzee's pursuit of respect and power is his rock, but like Sisyphus, his efforts are doomed to collapse, as seen in his death as Tripoli. Real-life inspirations. Some speculate Hanzee may be loosely inspired by Leonard Peltier, a Native American activist born in South Dakota, who attended boarding school in North Dakota and was convicted in 1975 for the deaths of 2 FBI agents. His ties to the 1973 Wounded Knee incident align with Season 2's Sioux Falls setting, though Fargo's creators, the Coen brothers and Noah Hawley, emphasize the show's fictional nature, using real events as loose inspiration. Legacy and reception. Hanzee Dent is widely regarded as one of Fargo's most compelling characters, with Zahn McClarnon's nuanced performance earning critical acclaim. His stoicism, intelligence, and tragic depth make him a standout, though the Tripoli twist remains a point of contention. Fans admire his complexity, with some calling him as captivating as Lorne Malvo, while others feel his story was undermined by the Season 1 connection. Conclusion. Hanzee Dent's story in Fargo is a gripping tale of a Native American man navigating a world of crime, racism, and personal trauma. From his role as a loyal enforcer to his betrayal of the Gerhardts and transformation into Moses Tripoli, Hanzee embodies themes of vengeance, identity, and the cyclical nature of violence. While his arc is powerful and richly layered, the Tripoli reveal divides audiences, with some seeing it as a brilliant tie-in and others as a narrative misstep. Regardless, Hanzee remains a standout character, offering a rare, nuanced portrayal of a Native American figure in modern television.